My god, just what the hell is that thing?
I'm not sure, Alicia, but it doesn't seem to like us very much.
Whatever it is, we can't let it catch up to us. Nobody can stop the miscreants.
You foolish troublemakers! You're not getting away from me!
You know what? No, I'm tired of running. Take this, you freak. Haha. Looks like I got you.
Did you? Surprise!
But how? How is this possible?
It's going to take way more than bullets to kill you. You should have listened to your boss, because fighting back was a bad move.
Alicia, no.
We got to keep moving, Jeffrey. She's a goner.
Those spikes just appeared. There's no way they are real.
I wouldn't run towards those to find out.
Oh my god, these spikes are real.
Jeffrey, no.
Polly. Save. Me.
No. I got to hide somewhere quick. This empty closet will have to do.
Where did you go?
Phew, I think he's gone.
Hello?
Just, who are you? What are you? And why are you doing this to us?
Why? Why? You're asking why? People and everything like you are the reason I'm doing this. You troublemakers and entitled Karens have walked across the world for way too long, and I'm not taking it anymore.
I don't understand. What did we ever do to you? We don't even know you.
Maybe not, but I certainly know you. I know for a fact you and your little team have caused disastrous trouble over the years, such as arson, bombing buildings, sexual harassment, robbing stores, and even abducting young children. Unfortunately, the police were having a hard time dealing with you guys, which is why I was summoned.
Wait, you mean the police sent you here?
Not exactly. The Grim Reaper himself actually gave me specific orders to terminate you and your troublemaking friends.
You mean, the Grim Reaper is actually real?
That's right, pal. And I just so happen to be one of his workers. The Phantom of Death.
Oh no.
Oh, there is one thing you should know about me. I wasn't always this terrifying.
Huh.
That's right. So, why don't you just lay there and relax while I give you the entire story? I was born 6 days before the infamous 9/11 terrorist attacks. I was so happy to meet my new family. However, when years passed, I wasn't able to talk until I was 3. My parents were concerned about it, so they took me to a special doctor. Unfortunately, my mother was shocked when she found out that I was diagnosed with autism, pervasive development disorder specifically. Though, even with autism, I used to be a troublemaker, just like you. I would often cause some misconduct in my preschool days, and even get myself into trouble by the teachers. It turns out I never fully understood what rules even meant, so I had no idea that I needed to follow them, which is why I would sometimes get punished by my parents. But things did not end there. Unfortunately, elementary school wasn't much of a good place either. Children would sometimes make fun of me. I couldn't understand the assignments I had to do, and I would still get into trouble. But things only got worse when I finally reached high school. Okay, so maybe it wasn't worse than elementary or middle school, but some of the students still got on my nerves. But at the same time, I did manage to make a few new friends. And the teachers weren't so bad at all. Well, most of the teachers. Though, one day, I noticed that my vision wasn't doing so good as I was looking at teachers' lectures. So my mom decided to take me to the eye doctor, and I was able to get my new pair of glasses. To my surprise, not much people seemed to mind me wearing glasses. I may still had a couple of anger problems, but that didn't stop me from graduating. I was able to get my diploma, and in no time, in less than 3 months, I was finally able to get into college. The first week of college was also the time when I met a new friend. His name was Armin Petrie. We had a few differences at first, but when we got to know each other more, we became best friends. And little did I know, my friend had the same disability that I have. So, Armin, I'm surprised to know that another person has autism just like me.
Wait, you were also born with autism like me?
Yup, that's right.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
It wasn't long before Armin and I got to know each other. After getting to know one another, we've been hanging out quite a lot. To the point where we even collaborate and create some stories of our own on the internet. Armin would eventually introduce me to his other friend. His name was Julius. I got to know this guy as well. All three of us would occasionally hang out with each other. But the first time we hung out at Wendy's, it was also the first time we had an encounter with the worst kind of people in the universe. Entitled Karens. That entitled bitch wouldn't stop demanding for a free meal. So I went up to her and started lecturing her on how everything has to be paid no matter what. But she did not take that lightly. When she got mad at me for no reason, she took someone's burger and smacked me in the face with it. My friend got angry, but what happened next was unexpected. He turned violent and attacked Karen. It was pretty intense. I've never seen my friend act so violent before. Luckily, when the police came, I defended him and told him he was just defending me. Neither of us got arrested or anything. Just given a warning. But the entitled woman sure got arrested. Still, though, I had no idea that Greattin City was filled with all these evil doers. Some were bad, some worse, some horrible. However, My mind was taken off of it for a brief moment when my father walked in.
Hey, Ryan, we're going to the park at the Animate City Woods. Do you want to go?
Yeah, that sounds great. I would love to, Dad. So, I went to Go Animate City Hiking Park, and that was the day where my life changed forever. I think I'm gonna go into the woods for a bit, Mom and Dad.
Okay, Ryan, but be sure you stay on the hiking trail.
Should I go with him? I just want to make sure he makes it out all right.
Sure you can, Celeste, but remember what your father said. Stay on the trail.
Yes, I know, Mom.
Apparently, during my little hike deep in the woods, I somehow found something strange in the ground. It looked like some kind of phantom mask. I had no idea what it was doing in the forest, but I walked up to it to take a closer look. This mask looked really spooky, but yet I thought to myself that it would make a great costume for me. So I put it on. But what happened next was really agonizing. I screamed in agony and fell to the ground shaking. Whatever black magic was in this mask, it was certainly unpleasant. My vision was even affected, and I saw all these creatures moving around in the darkness. Until then, I blacked out. My sister and my parents heard me screaming in the distance and rushed to find me. And when they found me, they were devastated, thinking that I was dead. But I wasn't. I finally woke up. I too was surprised that this mask did not possess me. Or worse, kill me. So I took the mask home with me for research. I tried to find out on the internet what kind of power this mask holds. And yet, no accurate results came up. There was only one thing I could do to find out about this mask's power. I put the mask back on again, but this time, rather than going through that agonizing trip, it instead transported me into this strange world. And what I saw in the strange new world wasn't pleasant at all. Everything was in black and white. There were discarded bones everywhere. And the locals were all skeletons. But surprisingly, these locals were pretty friendly, despite being surprised to see a human in their home. They even took me to see their leader, who is also my boss, the Grim Reaper himself.
So, the Chosen One has arrived.
Are you talking to me?
Indeed I am.
I think you got the wrong person, sir. I'm not the Chosen One.
Useless to deny mortal. You were the one that wore the Death Phantom's mask, were you not?
Death Phantom's mask? You mean that mask that I found deep in the woods?
Yes, that one.
How exactly did you know about that?
Because that mask was a power created by us, the Grim Reapers, for which I am death itself.
And that's what surprised me. I finally realized where I was now. We had a long talk about the Phantom Mask's powers. And after all my questions were answered, I finally acquired the powers that were held within that mask. And thus, I became the Phantom of Death. Not only did I practically get revenge on all the sinners on Earth, but they all finally got what they deserved. After all, as my Lord and Savior Jigsaw would say, Those who don't appreciate, value, or even respect life don't deserve life. I heard a news report about you and your team of miscreants. I had a long talk with my boss about you guys and your long criminal record. And with the help from my boss and with a little strategy, I was finally able to track you guys down to your location. And it all comes down to here. So, Polly Badman, any last words before I destroy your soul?
Whoa, that's so terrible. I'm so sorry for what happened to you, man.
Sorry, you say? Yeah, I'm sure. You feel sorry for me, but are you sorry for the people of Greattin City? Hell no, you're not. You and your friends have been terrorizing our city for way too long, and the police were unable to stop you. So finally, justice is served!
Over my dead body. Yes.
Nice try, but that'll be your last shot.
No, please, don't do it. No.
This is GNN News coming to you live with breaking news. The masked vigilante known as the Phantom of Death has struck again. 3 notorious troublemakers, Polly Badman, Jeffrey Draggers, and Alicia Forge, have all been found dead at their now found hideout. I will now switch over to Joanna for details.
Thank you, Amber. Anyways, the police are currently under investigation of the murder. Here is a shot of the case. As you can see here, Alicia appears to have been stabbed multiple times and slit by the throat. Jeffrey appears to be stuck in some spikes on the ground. And Polly seems to have been decapitated.
This is by far the most unsettling news ever. However, I don't think we can confirm whether or not the Phantom of Death is entirely a criminal. The Phantom of Death does kill people, but yet most of his victims are criminals with high crime rates.
I have to agree, Amber. In fact, the police have been trying to apprehend the miscreants for quite some time, and yet they failed to do so.
It is even very surprising as to how this vigilante even found the miscreants' secret hideout.
Well, if there's any questions we have for the world, it would be this. Just who is this vigilante?
Oh, I'll tell you who this vigilante is. He is a menace. A menace to society.
But, Mr. Franklin, sir, that phantom guy is saving lives.
And that's exactly the problem. I despise superheroes. Not only that, but if that phantom menace was able to track down those 3 troublemakers and kill all 3 of them, then he could do the same thing to me and easily track down my location. My plans to dominate GoAnimate City and turn it into the Franklin Empire will be ruined. And don't even get me started with the dumb-ass SWAT team that already stopped my first attempt to take over the city.
So, what do you suppose we do, boss?
I want you to hunt down that phantom, capture him, and interrogate him on the source of his power, so that I can find a way to use that power for myself.
You got it, sir.
Just you wait, Mr. Phantom of Death. Sooner or later, your heroic days will be over before you know it.
Did you mortals enjoy the video? Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and hit the bell notification to get notified about my other half's content. Farewell, and have a great day.